Hey guys, Cobra 8000 here. Welcome back to the main pain game. The game that makes me want to gouge out my eyeballs and eat them. Because they'd get better use down there. I've been warming up by playing realistic. I think I might keep playing realistic. I didn't think the teams... It's so strange. A mode entirely meant to be essentially more hardcore isn't. Because they ruin it by still having the hit point bars and the fact that when you look over a tank, it makes them visible to all your teammates. Like, it should be harder to see tanks, and yet, if you look at a tank, I believe for the entire team, that tank pops up for them. Way to go, Wargaming. As per usual. Sorry, had to do a little coughing. Anyways, I've been loving the Leopard 1. I played a few more games in it, but nothing substantial. And I think I'm gonna keep playing realistic at least for a little bit because you know, admittedly, I kind of like these numbers. And it's an excuse to warm up. More people should play the Leopard 1 and make them better players. Though the one thing I learned about this mode is that people do not know how to aim. Why is there a mount? What? This E50M's lack of self-awareness is so infuriating. You know, you think I would learn. think I would learn. That's a negative. Where is the E5? I got to farm the mouse, so... The hit point thing is so dumb, because it tells you where everybody is. And it takes away the idea of this mode, is that you're not supposed to be able to see the other tanks. Who thought this was a good idea? Well, the mode's too hard. I wish the Leo had a Tesh. It's almost criminal that it doesn't. Oh. Hmm. Seven oh. Hey. I could have so gone all the way around like I was going to and just gotten so much damage, and I didn't. Like a dingus. Kids with the oh no! I see. Canyon is such a. This is why I'm so pissed they got rid of Vineyards. Canyon and Vineyards have the same problem, which I think the only way it could be fixed is through some kind of map remodeling. Why didn't that hit? Oh my god. This is the game's biggest problem. This bullshit of where you fucking hit a tank and it doesn't pin. Doesn't even shoot his last shot. Oh, come on. It's not a bug, it's a feature. how are these people so goddamn blind? They're tank destroyers. Oh, son of a bitch. Yeah, come on, man. Get it over with. It's his hatch! I hate the average Sheridan player with a passion. Like, their entire point is to cause nothing but chaos. And yet, most of the time, they're just fucking around like fucking dumbasses. Like, I still want to win. Up yours, buddy. Unlike Droodles, I don't run around saying that autoloaders are the problem. When it's objectively the player base. Look, everybody has shit games, but like, there are just times where it's like, what are you doing? Poison Kane. An E50 that isn't gonna push. That's an odd one. You're still an E50. Uh-oh. Well, you know, maybe I just got what I deserved. Isn't there an E75? There's an E75 behind you. Oh wait, no, it was the VK. We have the skill in its natural habitat. I think the M60 disconnected. How the... But this is a problem that I don't know how you fix it. Like how you really fix it in general. Maybe it's because I suffered through more. And whenever I got stuck on a tank, I'd go and watch videos on it. Because that's how I started learning. And then the other way is that this would be almost 4 years ago now, I started doing tournaments. I haven't had a team in a while, so there's no one to really play with besides my friends. But we would take KV1s, and they would dominate. This is back when the KV1 was amazing. You just dominate tier 6 tournaments with them. I just didn't play tier 10 very much because it wasn't fun. Because I just couldn't do damage. But they're just things that you pick up over time. The problem with the E100 line is that people should be better at it because all of the tanks play very similarly. They need to be angled. You need to side scrape with them. They have long reloads. I just don't get how people don't pick up on these things. Like, some things have to be taught, or they have to be seen. But for the most part, you kind of just pick them up through playing. I wonder who could have seen that coming. That was wishful thinking. Well, I don't know, man. You still have to do damage for the ×5s to be effective. Now you can give somebody all the ×5s in the world, and if you're doing 0 damage or no damage, like very minuscule damage, it's gonna take a lot longer. What I think people do is buy a premium and get really good at that premium. This is one of the ways. Then they take the free XP, use the free XP to buy tanks. Well, I guess the line, yeah, you do get a lot more free XP now. That's something I haven't thought about. Oh, hey there. Does he know? This is what we call a bad Leopard player, because if he had known that I was coming, he would have shot me. Oh, we won. I mean, I get a lot more free XP nowadays. Maybe that's just because I have more free tanks. But yeah, every couple of months I just get... What, one of the last crates I got, I believe it was a free one, just gave me like 80,000 free XP. The type's good. I could never get used to it. I always felt it was kind of overrated, heavily. I mean, it's a very good tank. I'm just not very good at it. That doesn't make it a bad tank. Don't you have to have elite XP? So I'm pretty sure you still have to grind you still have to grind elite XP to turn it into to use gold to turn it into free XP. Nope. 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 Bye. Have fun. I'm not going by myself. That TVP is going to get a rude awakening. Oh, who could have seen that coming? I mean, I couldn't have seen it. Nobody could have seen that coming. You don't see me. You don't see nobody. Uh-oh, they've gotten smarter. They're evolving. That was such a rat thing to do. Hello there, good sir. Bad. Uh-oh. Well, enjoy suffering. I thought about doing that a long time ago. And it's not worth it. But hey, people are entitled to do stupid things. I'm still gonna bitch about it. Like, even if I were to do it, my idea was I was still going to play through every single tank. I would just rather pay for them. I think the Leopard is one of very few tanks that I've just outright golded to top crew. Because there was no way I was going to play this thing at 75% crew and not want to fucking kill myself. In Minecraft, YouTube. I wonder where they are going. I was robbed. Sucker. Yeah, I can't stream on mobile. Not without a lot of work that I don't really know how to do. I'm a thumbs person because I'm a controller player. I'm pretty sure that if I set Blitz up to play on a controller, I could maybe get good at it on mobile. There are disadvantages to both. Like, and I've also gotten really used to not using auto aim. And so using it on mobile downgrades my abilities. But at the same time, I'm not fast enough to move the screen and press the fire button most of the time. I'm sure if I practiced, like, really hard, it would help. Also, I get real angry at the game sometimes. You know, one of those terrible days. One day I'll learn that if I'm having a bad day, just don't play this damn game. Stream something else. Which, man, so I have multiple YouTube accounts. And God, I hate moving between them. Because I have one for YouTube and I have one for personal use. And my personal use, back when I was more interested in just a whole bunch of news, is now just filled with news, combined with all my video game stuff. And then, whenever I go to this channel, which is the one I stream on, God, is it awful, because now I just have videos from people like, here's how you can do better at YouTube. And I just hate them, man. I hate all these people that are like, here's how you can improve your YouTube stuff. And I do it, and it doesn't work. It's like, YouTube takes my videos, throws them into the random number. Ah! This is a problem. Wait, no! Mm. Maybe it's just because of how much more training I had when I got to mediums and how much more aggressive and good I was. Look, I'm a bad player. I'm objectively not a very good player, right? But I understood a lot of things when I got to mediums. And like, okay, your medium has to flank, right? And that was an objective opinion for a while. Of where I very hardcore stuck to no, the medium has to flank. And then as I got better and I learned more, I learned that doing smaller flanks and being more aggressive with your heavy tanks can also be more effective. Now, this doesn't mean you play your medium like it's a heavy tank. That's dumb. But you play as more of a support tank that pokes out and annoys people when they're not looking. It's the same way you play the Sheridan. You're super chaotic. You just want to move around. Like, as the Sheridan, you really just want to keep moving because you want to fire on reload. When you're reloaded, you want to be able to shoot something. You want to be essentially make the enemy team feel like you're everywhere and nowhere at the same time, which is very hard to do. Early days, really early days, back when I was grinding for the IS-4. When I figured out side scraping, I would do nothing but side scrape. I was the most hardcore person. No, we have to go to town. Except on one map, which I can't remember the name right now. There's one map where I objectively knew town is bad at higher tiers. Wow, kind of. I had mood swings on that. I need to leave. One. Death itself. The evil. Just let it pass. Hello there. This is unfortunate. This is gonna be a personal complaint. You can make fun of me for it. But can I just farm something? Can I just have some fun? Can I just watch as the Jagdpanzer doesn't see me and I just abuse him? Because it's funny? But on mediums, I really hated the tier 9 Japanese. Is it the type 69? It's the type 69, right? The 61 is the heavy. I thought that the 69 was absolute garbage. It isn't. I just couldn't stand the thing. Well, for as much as I've complained, the teams for realistic are decent. Yeah. No! The Type 61, the Type 69 is the Chinese medium. The discount T62. No, the discount T54, I mean. That's what it is. Yeah, I hated this thing. This thing was terrible to play. But it's not a bad tank. I'm just bad. Though, admittedly, as stock, it is the most... It's torture. It would be objectively stupid for me to go by myself. Hello there. I'm a bad person. No, no, no! Kill him. Remember when I was talking about dumb people? Oh. English. Hard. First language. Very dumb. Is he still here? No. It do be that way. Nah, I don't have the Caro. Or the Caro? I don't have the 40T. In PC, it's a beautiful tank. World of Tanks PC, not World of Tanks Blitz PC. An actual PC, it's a beautiful tank. In this game, I have no idea. I've seen it. It seems pretty good, but I don't know if it's a single shot or not. I need to get a complaint going around to everyone, so eventually one day, if I ever have influence. This camo has been removed from the game, and it angers me beyond belief. I want this camo in the game. You can't get it anymore, I believe. I believe it's just gone, and it pisses me off so much. This is my favorite camo. And all I want to do is put it on my Leopard. It doesn't exist, and it irritates me so much. It's the Black Dragon camo. And it's so nice. Ah, so one shot. I don't like the reserve mechanic. I think it's kind of dumb. The only way they could make the reserve shell better, and this is personal, is if the reserve shell took more time because it was a higher damage shell. And so the reserve shell do more damage, but still give it like that 20-second, 30-second reload. And it just kills the tank's DPM, but like it can save you in a pinch. But I think that would be a shitty mechanic too. It should just be either a 4-shot autoloader or a 3-shot autoloader. I hate this tank. I knew they were going to do it sooner or later. But rather than buff the Super Pershing like it needs, because it needs a buff. No. Here, just enjoy this. What's the, I'll find out. Yeah, it's 360. So, hold on. I want to know. Tanks. Yep, Leopard 1. I want to look at PC, and I want to see. It's so dumb. Because in World of Tanks PC, the Leo gets German Hesh, which is so rather than high explosive squash head, the German tanks get high explosive plastic shell, which is just German Hesh. And so your HE is 510, but you get a 420 alpha in PC. God, I want the Leo. From time to time, I've played both games. Blitz is both games have their problems. PC objectively has more problems. Blitz's formula is much better for high-paced fighting. Whereas World of Tanks PC is more not. Ow, hey. Hey. Mean, nasty. I mean, he knows what that TVP is gonna do, doesn't he? How did we lose? What was our TVP doing? I don't, I just don't. What happened to him? He had to get ammo racked. You know what? They're doing it on purpose. It's a plot against me. He could have so easily, me and him, killed the Leopard and the T-92. What happened? Why? I don't understand. It's just the most dangerous player. Because this person you really don't know if they're good or not. There's no camo. This is gonna be a shitty game because nobody's. It's just gonna be mediums. Alley-oop. I wonder what that is. Wait, nobody. Oh my god. I wonder who could have seen this coming. Uh-oh. Well. I just don't. The 777 isn't new. That's been here for a while now, hasn't it? Great, 2 Leopards. I'm sure that's not going to be a problem. Don't push over. Don't push over behind him. What did I say? Shout out to these two. Their team just folded. By the way, both those Leopards are faster than us and have more DPM. I wonder what would have happened had they just pushed us. And circled the 2 slow medium tanks. What people don't get about the E50M is that it's big and it doesn't turn that fast. Because it's tubby. Ah! Damn it. Nobody communicates with the team anyways. People are just assholes in chat. Legitimately. And they'll never do it. But voice chat would be funny. Everybody would be banned in a week. The entire player base would be gone in a week if we had voice chat. Global voice chat specifically. The entire player base would be banned in a week. I've never been a part of the Modern Warfare 2 lobbies. The old Modern Warfare. The OG. But I've listened to some of those matches with voice chat. And people are mean. It would make the game funnier. They should do it. And Wargaming should just market their game as this turns people into men. Why would you shoot me? There's a damn light tank. Dude, stop hugging me. I seem to be screwed. It's big brain time. Never assume the enemy tank is leaving. Never, ever. Unless you see them objectively. Hello there, good sir. I wonder, does he know how to pin me? No, but it is kind of bullshit they took away your chat. Like, it's objectively them removing features, and it's bullshit. I don't know why they did it. We have to care about people's feelings. Some people are overtly mean and go too far, maybe. But they'll just find... Shocker that I'm going to tell you this. People just find another place to say things. The people that say bad stuff in chat, that people consider bad. Like, I do it too. I get pretty pissed with the game. I won't say that I don't. I'm probably worse when I'm not streaming. Some people just really make me angry. But they'll just... it doesn't stop them from saying it. I mean... There's a block button for a reason. It exists. By the way, there's no reason to remove the chat. They already have a feature that allows them to introduce a ban list of words you can't say. Bold of you to assume that I left. Sheridan moment. Pro. I tried. Forgive me. The ho-ro. Rowing its way around. Oh, that prog is gonna have a bad day. Hello there. Move, move, move. Ah! Where do we go? Well, that was bullshit. Ah. The hatches are a lie. I know I've been winning a lot more. But man, the games are just... I think giving more HE damage to tanks and modules would take away some of the special parts of some tanks. Like the E100, you can do extremely well just firing HE. It'd be funny. But I think it would also... It would probably be the most unrealistic thing. Because, like, all the tanks at tier 10 and roughly tier 9, like, nobody's using HE anymore. You've got Sabo, you've got Heat, and you've usually got Hesh. I say that, let me rephrase. HE is lowered so much use later on because tanks are just thicker and tougher. And unless we're talking about the big gun tanks, anything with a big gun is firing HE and Heat. Kind of like the 268. I mean, I guess you'd still have a bunch of HE for infantry, but tanks are no longer mainly infantry fight. It's mostly a tank on tank. It really doesn't even make sense that the E50M uses, because the E50 would probably be, if we assume the E50 is a real tank, the E50 would be end of World War II. And then the E50M would probably be beginning of the Cold War. The E50M would probably use Sabo. Armor-piercing fin stabilized round. Oh wait, no, this is the spot. I'm being dumb. Do it. Do it. Do it. Where is he? Run away! Brother, cover me. Big mistake. Hello there. God, I'm such an ass. Excuse me. Don't die, please, man. I could not see where that stargazer was. There are benefits to mobile zoom. It kind of auto zooms for you, but sometimes I wish it wouldn't. I wish you could turn that on and off, but it'd be another really frustrating thing to deal with, like having to zoom in and out. They should just add in a manual override. That's what they should do. Though sometimes I do forget. To zoom out. And so sometimes I'll zoom in, or I'll press the zoom button, and I'll just be zoomed in all the way at point blank range. It's like, no, I need to be able to see the enemy tank. One moment. What time is it anyways? Man, I'm having the opposite effect lately. Whenever I'm angry, time seems to go slightly faster. Time to rant. No, I can't just give friend invites to everyone. Because then everybody who watches this channel would ask this. I made one exception. I'm going to stick to that. Well, yeah, one exception. I've made one exception, and I have a very specific group of friends that I like to play with. And yes, it's in A. And I'll do a training room sooner or later to just fuck around in. But I'd have to set up a stream for that, because that takes a good bit of time to set up. Enjoy the 30-second delay. The hell was that? Violence is probably what it was. There's already somebody spawn camping. Okay, it's a pattern. I love the expert spawn campers. Their genius knows no bounds. Can I... You're a T-22 player. No one should be able to do that to you. Who hit me? Which I would like to know how that other shot bounced. Bye-bye. That was abuse right there. Bye-bye. Good is a subjective term. I call myself reasonable. If you stay long enough, there will be very moments where you'll go, "You're very dumb." Bye, I guess. Sorry that the chat isn't attached to my face and over my eyes where I need to, you know, see. Mentally stable is not... There are many streams of anger. Don't go watch the old streams. there are some days where I'm just in a very bad mood, and I try to play it off. And then as I play World of Tanks and stream, I will lose and lose and lose and lose, and I'll get like 8 games in a row of just losses. And it'll make me angry, and so I'll try harder, but I'll lose focus. I become angry and unfocused, and so that also adds to the losing. And of course, some of the games that really get on my nerves are the ones where I do really well, and I still lose. There's a point where the losses feel like the game is just fucking me over, and it feels like somebody's stealing something from me. And I want to take that person, and in Minecraft, hit them. There's been some really nasty days. Of where I just become pure rage. Which I guess some people might find that insanely funny. But all of the games today have felt reasonably good. I didn't want to go middle, and yet I'm here. I thought about it, and there's definitely a tank destroyer behind him. What did I say? Don't say anything. This Progetto's a fucking piece of shit. He could have flanked and helped me kill them, and he didn't. Ah, whatever. What angers me is that he's positioned in the spot where he objectively can help no one, and it just... sometimes it just makes me so angry. Like, at least I can spot. Come over, man. I still out DPM you. That's not what I wanted to do. I was trying to... The worst part is the opposite for me. I don't know, man. It's... And it might be because I went through... Well, no. No, it was when I turned roughly 16. 15? Roughly about then. That I'd stopped playing the game for a long time. And I wasn't good. I just had a very strong idea of what I was doing, I felt. Like this guy, I know objectively that he could have flanked and killed the fucking 60. Now he's gonna die. Or he should have died. He should not have gotten away with it. He should not have gone away. He's gonna die now. Bro, turn around. They're killing me out here. They're killing me. What more often happens is it's more the string of losses some days where I'll go and look at the teams and it'll just be like 5 or 6 of the players. No, 4 or 5 of the players do 0 damage. Or they barely break about 500. And it's just like, oh my god. And that will happen over and over and over. And I should just stop playing, but it's like, well, what else am I going to do? Yeah, I've got other games, but the stream is for World of Tanks. So it kind of puts me in a bit of a spot. But all of the games today, well, there have been a few frustrating ones. They've been more tolerable, right? The enemy team didn't just, well, there have been a few of those. But for the most part, we haven't been just getting all walked on and losing 7-0 repeatedly. Oh, you poor T-54. I wouldn't have even seen him had he, T-54 is leaving. Or he's not leaving, he's probably rotating. Also, the uber power slide. Secret German tech. Excuse me? That was kind of... Where's our team? Oh, I've been abandoned, haven't I? Guys, they're over here! Like, come on! Like, what is this shit? It's not like they've moved! Like, what are they doing? Ah! Five people can't kill... As an E75 player at one point. Never mind. That's... I don't understand. It's so hard to wonder what's going through people's minds sometimes. Like, I've been there for more than like 30 seconds. These are pretty fast moving tanks. You know what? I've decided this was a very bad idea. And I'm, God, stuck on a fucking wall. Oh, bail, 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 bail! Run away! I've committed the act of stupid. It really makes me hate them. Like, I'm over here fighting 2 tanks. And there's just a super conch in the back. You know how I know he doesn't know the 183's there? Do you want to know? Because a good player would have instantly started looking towards that 183. No, shoot the 183. He's right in front of you. Kill him. Remove him from play. Move on. Don't worry, I'll get back to Leopard 1 soon. This is probably the best mode for this tank. I thought the Leopard would be much better, but like... I thought the Leopard would be much better in this mode. But alas. Please kill me. I don't. Where'd the mouse go? Oh, that's where the mouse went. Hello there, good sir. I thought he was gonna push back out. That's sad. That's very sad. I'm sorry about this. How did it... I kind of want to ammo rack the mouse. funny as that would be, it's not going to happen. People still underestimate the ability of a mouse player to cause serious amounts of damage to an enemy team. A properly played mouse player is one of the most dangerous tanks in the game. Yeah. Realistic, in my opinion, is an exceptional way to test your situational awareness and your ability to aim. It's a good place to learn where to shoot tanks at. And eventually there's just too many guns. It doesn't matter how good of a mouse player you are, it's just, there's eventually too many guns. Man, it still surprises me that people think the mouse would have been a bad tank. I think it would have been very effective in much smaller combats. I don't think it could handle prolonged combat. I think its biggest problem is that it would have to have detachable side skirts to repair it. But, like, it would just be an infantry tank that supports infantry. It would have been a very effective... It's because it's a breakthrough tank. It's not a normal tank-on-tank. Hello there. What happened? Theoretically, But the mouse is just so insanely armored. Its only problem is bridges and mud. Really, that, like, being killed by other tanks isn't the mouse's problem. It really comes down to it would just break down so much. And if you think German engines overheated before, it's the same thing with, like, the yeah. It's also more that the Leopard one is just so stupidly effective and such a good design. I mean, everything from the... So, where the Leopard one actually comes from is from this. The MBT-70, or the Panzerkampfwagen 70. Those are its two names. This thing was a failure, technically. Because this is the same gun as the Sheridan. The Sheridan... Well, the missile Sheridan. The Sheridan's missile gun and the MBT-70's gun are the same. They're shitty guns. They're extremely shitty guns. They were terrible in real life and known for blowing up a lot. That's why the Sheridan didn't go into service. The Sheridan's a shit tank with a shit missile. So I believe the MBT-70 would go on for General Motors to form the XM1, and then Chrysler to form... I don't know the Chrysler one. It is weird. They picked the Chrysler prototype, yet the XM1, which is General Motors' prototype for the Abrams, is what the Abrams ultimately kind of looks like. It's so weird that they went with the Chrysler prototype. But ultimately, the Abrams looks like the XM1, which is General Motors' one. I don't know enough about the Standard B, but I'm pretty sure the Standard B is one of the Leopard prototypes. Though I don't think it had an autoloader in real life, because in real life it would have used a drum loader, or it would have used a... Well, I guess... All of the autoloaders in game are not autoloaders. They're drum loaders or clip loaders. Like in War Thunder, the 50B has a 16-round drum. Could you imagine the 50B with 16 rounds in a clip? Oh, that'd be nasty. But, and I actually don't know which Leopard prototype this is. Because there are like 4 or 5 different Leo prototypes. And of course, then you get to Leopard 1, and it's beautiful. It's mobile. But really, the Germans went with the Leopard 1 because it fits with their mobile warfare doctrine. This is kind of the... This is why all German tanks are reasonably mobile. Even the E-75, I doubt it would have been in real life, but the Tiger 1 and the Tiger 2, in real life, are pretty mobile compared to some of the other heavy tanks. Proper heavy tanks. You know, it just fits. It fits with doctrine. Now we don't talk about the Tiger 2. Very scary. It's a very bad tank. It's a fun tank and a beautiful tank. It is trash, though. And the Panther is good, but it has so many problems that make it bad. But anyways, this project would essentially shape NATO tanks for the rest of time. This is why all of them are super mobile with good guns, rather than haul down monsters like the Russians. And this thing Wargaming pulled right out of their ass. I don't know where the hell this thing comes from. No idea where they got this. Anyways, back to the Leo. Or the, well. Like, real tank, prototype, I believe. This is the production. This was a test tank. This was a test tank. This was a real tank. Like, the reason I like the American tank so much is that even though theoretically speaking, the E5 isn't a real tank, and it technically wasn't designed, it is the most logical next step. And the E5 is the combination of being mobile, hull down, gun depression, and strong armor. And to be honest, if they had built it in real life, it probably would have been the best heavy tank ever made, if it worked like it does in game. Because the E5 takes everything that's great about the M103 and just makes it better. I almost did it again. Why the fuck are you there? Okay, I guess got me. What the hell? Why? I can't believe they're spawn camping. Like, I love German tanks for all the wrong reasons. I think they're sexy and beautiful beasts. That's, I knew he was there. That was dumb. The MBT-70 is the Abrams prototype. No, that's not true. That's not true. The MBT-70 would go on to fund the Abrams project. So what happened was Germany and the US... This whole project is filled with so much shit. What happened was that the US and Germany wanted to build a joint NATO tank where all the nations would use the same tank. They would get a full standard production tank for everybody. The problem is, the US wanted a gun like the Russians. They wanted a gun that could fire missiles and normal rounds. So they would use either, I don't know if this is true or not, but it's either a better version of the Sheridan's gun, or it's the same gun as the Sheridan. What I lean on is I believe it's the same gun as the Sheridan. And that gun is filled with so many flaws. And its most notable effect is it loves blowing up the tank that it's in. The gun likes to explode on itself, not the enemy. Which, that's a problem with your gun when it's exploding on your tank. They couldn't get the gun launching system to work properly. And so much money was wasted on this project that eventually it fell apart. But the chassis and the ideas behind the project are exceptionally good. Every idea about the project, all of the knowledge from the project was worth the money. Even if the project was a failure, they learned from it. And that would go on to create the Leopard 1. Now, the MBT-70, its hull wasn't used for the Leopard 1. They used a smaller one. And then, with the Abrams, that project would start, I believe, in the 80s. No, late 70s, early 80s. And the contract, I believe, would be given out to a whole bunch of companies. The two companies that would win the first round of contracts was General Motors and Chrysler, I believe. I might be wrong, so like take everything I say with a grain of salt. Everything. A big grain. But I believe the main two ones the U.S. was interested in was General Motors and Chrysler. Chrysler would make their prototype, which I can't remember the name of it. Hey, dummy. There's this thing called Google. Why don't you go ask? Abrams. Proto. Tank. Does it say Leopard? Oh, my spelling's bad. Leave me alone. Hold on. I'll be right back. I'm such a moron. Yeah. XM1 program. Yeah, the XM1. Yeah, you've got two XM1s. Well, I swear the Chrysler. I blame War Thunder. Yeah, but Chrysler's prototype would win over General Motors. Even though Chrysler's looks way more ugly. But, Man, this is something I've been wanting to bitch about, too. I don't know why the U.S. Army wants to replace its stuff with... Now, look, you should obviously use the best equipment, but the Abrams is just so good that there's no point in replacing it. It's just wasting money. Like, obviously, there's an objective point where something becomes obsolete. But... Oh, son of a... I selected the fucking... No, I didn't want to play this! No. No, wait, you can't do this to me. Do you know how much I've sacrificed? No, 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 you can't do this to me. Do you know how much I've sacrificed? Such a good movie. This thing has no gun depression. Who thought this was a good idea? Bro. Brother. Heresy. When your Leopard 1, when your fucking Sheridan is out DPMing the heavy tank. Where'd the shit? That offensive was never going to work in any world. That whole war is such a shamble. I don't even want to talk about it. Like, you can't believe anything about it. Because that's mostly how war is. Everybody's lying. Like, anybody who thought that that offensive was going to work. When I say work, an offensive can still be effective, even if it bogs down. But, like, anybody who thinks that an offensive, a huge offensive, is going to go on for months and just work and work and work in this kind of world that we are in now, where everybody's got circle jerk technology from space, nuh-uh. And footage of it's so scarce. Like, and you can't tell when the footage is from either. Because sometimes I will just see Ukrainian tanks getting fucking stomped. And other times, the Russians are getting stomped. It's so weird. And you learn this from Blitz. Or at least I have. If you play Blitz enough, you'll learn that everything about this game is information. This is key to any war, any game, anything. The people with more information, who then can better use said information, will always be more effective. But when both sides have extremely good recon and extremely good intelligence, because both sides are operating on such an extreme intelligence and recon level, it is very hard to do anything. This is the problem with World of Tanks PC. This is why stalemates happen so much more in that game rather than Blitz. Blitz is specifically designed to be a super fast-paced game where it doesn't get bogged down. The biggest thing is that everybody's lying about numbers. No one actually knows. And we know this from World War II. The Waffen-SS would start counting tank kills by killing trucks. Transport trucks are not tanks. But the German tankers, from time to time, would count them as tank kills. Or, my apologies, vehicle kills. So, you know, everybody has to process the information correctly. And also, sometimes there's just nothing you can do. You can't win every battle. You can't win every push. Sometimes your pushes aren't effective. And why did I use the PTA again? Damn it! I'm distracted. And I'm doing this to myself. Please make fun of me. Bro. Oh, well. You know what? Is my gun... What happened? What's broken? That's why the missiles were removed, by the way. This is what makes realistic so fucking tough. Is, the information is conveyed differently. And the reason I'm bitching about this is because I hate the media for saying that the offensive is going to be super effective and all these people going around, rather than being honest. The offensive seemed to work somewhat, from what I've seen. But this isn't fucking Barbarossa. There's no big surprise attack or anything. Which, by the way, if you think both sides are not war criminals, I got news for you. Like, I hate M60 players, man. Point in case. What are you doing? This game constantly proves all of my points. There's 5 goddamn tanks up here. Ugh. Bro. Whew. Which, to be honest, when talking about tanks and any kind of thing, skill beats all. Skill is one of the biggest factors in everything. And then there's your leaders. Because if your leaders are really fucking good, you crush it. That is probably the worst part of that design. Did he miss? Bro. What time is it? I think I should... I'm getting tired. And I'm a little bored. Anyways, it was great to hang out with somebody in chat. Being a smaller streamer myself. It is somewhat easy to watch the chat. So, anyways, if you have liked the stream, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe, hit all that good stuff, notification bell. My back is killing me. I will see you next week on Monday, which will be more tanks. Tuesday, I do it now, Assetto Corsa, and then maybe Cosmoteers, which is one's a racing game, one's a space game. It's complicated to explain. Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, I do what I want. The other thing I hope to get back to, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I do tanks. Tuesday and Thursday, I decide what I want to do. I should also be back to uploading my series on World Waves, which is an amazing naval sim, which I need to put a playlist together for that. Anyways, that'll be next week. I will see you hopefully then. Enjoy your weekend. Have a nice night.